Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for Black Clover episode 111. Jeez, a lot of episodes. Last time we had Fauna and Veto back, and they have new bodies which have been regenerated from cells of their previous hosts, I believe it was. So that would be Mars and the actual Fauna, not Mars. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. That would be I guess we don't know what Veto's original body was, but we know that Fauna's was the original Fauna. They just had like the same name, I guess. It was kind of confusing at the time, but but yeah. So they are back. They have the body of 14-year-olds, I think, or 15. He said, and and yeah, they are part of the Apostles of Sephira, and they use their power to summon the Shadow Palace, a place between worlds. And we had Yami and uh, Jack head towards that, right? And then we also had Dorothy Unsworth show up as in her elf form and use her magic World of Dreams to bamf a bunch of our friends away. So we still need to learn what happened to them. So all kinds of stuff. And then they called Acid Sword Demon Destroyer Sword, so that was pretty cool too. And yeah, so let's just get started with this episode and see what happens, shall we? Alright, we are going to start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. No, no destroying humanity. Ah, yes. Thank God for that single mage. What if that demon was like a really evil elf that like let the darkness consume them? Although they claimed in one of those episodes that the darkness was due to the reincarnation spell, so that reincarnation spell technically wouldn't have been going off way back then. Whatever. Theories, man, they just come to me and then I prove them wrong in my own head. And then the Black Bulls show up to stop these guys. Yeah. Although things don't go exceptionally well for them. Oh, I loved Yami's response to being like, "So you finally joined us," to Zora. I don't remember if that was the last episode or the one before. I think it might have been the one before. Whoa, her eyes are cool. I'm sure we saw them, but I think I was so focused. Glamour world. I think I wrote that down wrong. Maybe the world of dreams was like how they described it, possibly. Because I think they said world of dreams later on, like a minute after that happened, but that's fine. Whatever. Oh, crap in my eyes. Fauna's got the crazy eyes, and so does like the eyes in the mirror. Oh, that's right. They're fighting evil Gauche right now, and little evil Marie. The song is really good. Alright, here we go. Oh, the world of dreams. Glamour world. Oh my god. Hmm. Ah, so it's not... doesn't register as an attack spell because it, at least so far, just sends you to another plane, tucks you away, maybe? These guys. Is that just her regular eyes, or did they change from being an elf? But her eyes are awesome. Well, freaking charming. Oh god. Oh god! It has like another dimension in its mouth! Oh. How'd they get out? I heard a cat meow. Was it Rogue? So now that it's attacking, it's Rogue is working again. True. I didn't think about that. Her name's Sally, right? I think it was. Yeah. They're still eating. Yeah. I was gonna say, like, who has inexhaustible magic, but that's right. She's talking about the food. Took me a second. They can use magic. Yeah, that was earth and water, right? That fucking laugh. Now I understand the concept of non-stop eating for magic, for like mana, but what about all the food in your stomach? Like, wouldn't you fill up? Unless somehow by producing mana it digests supernaturally fast. Jeez. Never-ending barrage of attacks. It's eating their food! Conducts water. Or water. Yeah. Words. No. Whoa. Science, bitches! Hmm. I'll try this with Noel's magic next. Friggin' luck. Okay. Cool. She was able to bury the explosion. Uh-oh. Not their Manosaurs! Freaking Luck and Sally's faces. Why do they look so... The way they were drawn almost looked like they were more childish in that scene too, but maybe it was for the goofs. Well, shit. How do you get out of this? Glasses? Hmm. Oh, it works for them. They can imagine things too? Ah, okay. Made her visualize it. It's not going to be your prescription. That's not how glasses work. Oh! Made her visualize it. Good work, Sally. That's awesome. Ooh, back to these guys. Hmm. They're sensing different enemies. Hmm. They're both correct. Damn, that's a high roll. The highest roll, you may say. But if they can get past a... If they can beat this 6 roll, that's going to be his most powerful thing, right? Nothing's going to beat a 6. Unless he has super special dice. Hiding behind the mirrors. Go suck the magic out of Gauche. Hmm. Why is it all that they can do is watch? Is there something I missed? Maybe they're out of magic. They're doing an eyeball thing again, maybe? Oh shit. No! Use key! Yes! Uh-oh. Lots of attacks. And he opened his eyes. Well, yeah, now he can open his eyes if all the mirrors are having light bounce off him, I guess. Oh, yes. It's like a giant thought bubble. Holy shit! Jeez. Did he have time to black form? Did that? Yes, he did! Hell yeah, he did. Licht probably didn't do this, did he? Oh my god, all the broken mirrors. Think about all that bad luck. Uh-oh. Shit. Stored some of that. Come on, he's channeling anti-magic through his whole body. Should be able to free himself from that, right? Maybe our friends will break out of the glamour world in time, now that they created entrances. Oh my god, he made a jet! Oh shit! Nice! Converted the acid to mirror. Oh no! What a crazy contraption. Come on, Asta. Oh no, he's hitting his limit. Don't use too much and hurt yourself, buddy. Oh my god. So much hair. Yeah. It worries me. I hope he doesn't get himself killed. Oh, so he was a noble. Similar to Asta being born without magic, you know? So Legoland is his family name? This is where he first trains Yami when Yami gets too close. I'm so worried that he's gonna give the last of what he has. Come on, Henry! Do you break free? Yes. Ah, shit! Oh, man. I'm so worried for Henry. So, I mean, if magic is what keeps his body stable, you know, what happens when he uses every last bit of his magic? You know, how frail does he become? Is it, you know, how bad would it be? I don't know if he could use so much magic that he just dies, you know, because he doesn't have enough to keep his frail body alive. All right, just about at the end here. All right. That is it, guys, for episode 111. So yeah, that was a good episode. We got to see several of the things that are going on, and none of them got resolved, but that's fine because I'm liking kind of because before we were kind of jumping from one fight to another, pretty like or I guess I should say like one fight per episode, you know. And it's kind of cool getting kind of caught up with what all these different things that are happening at once is going on in a single episode. But either way, we got to see a lot of glamour world, whatever Dorothy imagines she can create and use it as a weapon, but because of it being her imagination, right? Sally came up with the idea of it being that the things that she imagines, because they're based around her imagination, she imagines them how they are made in the real world, which means that she can create water and it has the same chemical composition as water, because that's what she's imagining. And that makes a lot of sense. And so she was able to apply, real world science onto these imaginary things that Dorothy is creating. Which is pretty cool, and that's how she came up with the idea of using the lightning to decompose the water down to a form which then can be ignited when you throw fire at it and cause an explosion. That was really neat. Sally was kind of the MVP in that fight. Like, obviously, she is also using everyone else's strengths. Like, Rogue was a massive MVP from Vanessa as well, being able to, nullify those attacks that are coming at them while they had the time to figure this out. So really, it was definitely a team effort. But without Sally's mind, I don't know that they'd ever get out of there. But she also had the realization that it's anything that she visualizes is what comes to life. So it's not like she thinks of it and she's like, okay, create this and then visualizes it. It's like whatever comes to her mind gets created regardless. So what Sally started doing was tested it out with glasses and was like, what are these? They're glasses, and then when it's one of those things where sometimes you just can't help but visualize something. It happens subconsciously, and so she visualized glasses and poop, Although, I will say, I mentioned it during the reaction, that probably wouldn't work because glasses, you have a certain prescription. You can't just take any glasses in the world, put them on, and suddenly you can see, That's a very anime thing that we just saw, is like the neglect for the idea of prescriptions when it comes to your glasses and everything. But it's fine. It doesn't bother me. I just figured I'd mention it because I thought of it. I just thought it was kind of funny. But it was genius afterwards where she was like, she's like, oh, an exit to this place, an exit, an exit, an exit, and poor Dorothy's like, oh, exit, okay, no, I don't want to do that, but you're already thinking about it before you can even do anything about it, so, and create a bunch of exits. Now, we haven't seen them, they still have to make it through the exit, so there still could be a lot of issues getting from point A to point B, so that fight isn't quite over yet, and even then, they leave the glamour world, but that doesn't defeat Dorothy, right? That just leaves them to the outside world again, where they still have to fight her. And, I mean, I guess we don't know what all of her abilities are, so she very well could just have, some other powerful magic that she could do out in the real world, Because, I mean, I feel like a Magic Knight captain would have more spells. And obviously she's possessed by an elf right now, so I guess they still usually use the same magic type as who the host was, which is what made their bodies, acceptable, I guess. But anyway, I imagine that entity that is possessing Dorothy has some kind of abilities that it can use outside of the glamour world. Because I feel like that would be hard to be a captain if you rely on that one move to land, and if that one move doesn't land, you're just useless, I can't imagine it'd be like that, but we'll see. But yeah, we had a brief moment with Yami and Jack going into the Shadow Palace. They're dealing with, I think I wrote his name down, actually. Oh, you know what? I wrote his, oh no, was it David Swallow? It might have been David Swallow. I'm not sure. Maybe it wasn't him. Either way. The guy who uses the dice magic, the higher he rolls, the more effective the ability is. And he seemed to use it to distort the space, roll the 6 to distort the space and avoid the attack, seemingly. I guess I don't know exactly what he did, but apparently both Jack and Yami were right in the location of him because of the distorted space. But but yeah, I wonder how that fight's gonna go with, having dice rolls be a factor, I've been watching a lot of Critical Role recently in my off time, just trying to pluck away at Campaign 1, because forever ago I made it through Campaign 1, or I made it to like episode 70 of Campaign 1, and then I think I just burnt out and stopped watching. So I've been trying to make my way through it again from the beginning, because it's been freaking years and years and years since I've watched it. And and I forgot a lot of things. So I wanted to kind of get back up on it to speed on it and everything. And so the idea of dice rolling as a power just is really interesting, considering I'm watching, people play D&D where they rely on the dice rolls for their powers a lot of the times. So definitely going to be interesting. But then we spent the rest of the episode fighting Gauche and Marie, or Eclat is her name, her elf name, I guess. But yeah, we kind of had all of our characters participating. Really a lot of shining from Henry, and even shit. What was his name? Gordon, I believe it was. I don't know why that seems wrong, but I think that's right. But yeah, they were putting in work and all that, so it was pretty cool. It was definitely a build up, they tricked him again with the same ability. The first time he closed his eyes, which was smart, but then the second time he forgot about Gauche having, magic stored in that one eye, and looked at it and got nabbed and everything. But then the friends came in and saved him. We had a little bit of recapping on the backstory of Henry, and a little bit of exposition on how his ability works, so how his body is frail, he absorbs magic from the people around him, and all that. So it's pretty cool getting all that again. But really what it makes me scared about is, him reaching his limits, and then they remind us, hey, his body's really frail when he doesn't have any magic. And, he wasn't always he hasn't. See, I do believe that shows like this, the characters that we've had from the beginning in the Black Bulls, are probably plot armored into the story. And I imagine they won't, kill them off unless it's to something, really big. I can see it happening. But, in this fight here, I don't see them killing off any Black Bull members, except for maybe Henry, because he was introduced so late in the story, as being the secret member. Granted, they're kind of throwing him in there as, he's always been a member, but you just didn't know about it until now, So, I mean, you could technically say he's been there since the beginning, but he hasn't been introduced to us as a character, so I think there's some real death opportunity for his character. Now, do I really think he's gonna die? No, I think he could really hurt himself, and he has to go through recovery in order to make it through it. But I think there's a good chance that he'll make it. But I do think that the possibility is there. If the show wanted to go that route, I wouldn't be like, wow, this came out of nowhere, So anyway, good episode. I'm looking. It did. I like I said, I really enjoyed the idea of covering a bunch of fights. Obviously, it's a little different from our more recent episodes, where we kind of had some little good conclusions within each episode, with Noelle unlocking her power in defeating what was her name? Kivin. With her battle and Noelle beat her with her battlefield dancer. Granted, we did then cliffhanger with them being up against a bunch of people, and we haven't seen the result of that yet. But then we jumped into Langris and Finral fighting each other, where we did get some resolution there as well, whereas this one, we didn't really get any resolution to any of the fights yet. So it was a little bit of a different structure, but I still very much enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to seeing where we go from here. I imagine we're going to be wrapping up the... I imagine we're at least going to wrap up Gauche and maybe our other characters getting out of the dream world. I don't know if we're going to wrap up Dorothy yet, but at least them getting out of the dream world, I think, in the next episode. But I don't think we'll wrap up all three of the stuff here. I think we're still gonna have some time with Yami and them going traveling into the Shadow Palace and everything. So, but either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more from me. I have all kinds of videos on there. The Patreon exclusives, early access, all kinds of fun stuff. Check all that out if you're interested. Link on the screen or in the description right about now. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.